Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are new here, welcome. My name's Hannah. I'm a first year resident physician in a family medicine residency program here in Florida, and yeah, it's so great to see you guys. Thanks so much for coming back. So we need some background for this vlog. It is currently 3 in the morning. I am on night shifts, but I am at my apartment. I've been awake all night. For those of you guys who know me, I prioritize my sleep. I'm a grandma. I go to bed at 8 when I can. So we have some backstory we need to do for this kind of like night shift hurricane vlog that we're gonna do today. For those of you guys who are new here, because this channel has been growing and it's been really fun, I'm really passionate about lifestyle medicine, integrative medicine, and really just prioritizing my health during residency, even when things get super busy. You know, finding ways to really prioritize my health and, you know, eat right, exercise. Exercise has been keeping me sane during these night shifts that I've been on for the past 2 weeks. So basically, some context. I'll bring you guys along for a day of night shifts. But basically what happened is, today is, I actually need to check, because one thing about night shifts, it's super disorienting. So I'm literally checking my phone right now. Okay, so it's Friday, for context. So it's Friday morning, 3 a.m. Thursday night, my senior and I were on night shift. We've been doing night shift for the past week, and we have 1 more week to go. So we're kind of towards the end of our first week. Hurricane starts kicking in, and we get called to be, expected to be the hurricane shift. So basically kind of like the skeleton crew who stays in, runs our medicine service, because we have a kind of like a resident-led medicine service, and it's really awesome. But yeah, we were basically going to be the ones initially, before Hurricane Helene kind of, I think, slowed down a little bit. We were going to be the ones who were going to be staying in the hospital throughout the entire storm, extending our shift, whether it was like 24 hours or maybe even a bit longer. We were going to be there for that. So we had prepared, showed up to that Thursday night shift with, you know, toiletries and everything, but it ended up slowing the course a bit. So once our night shift had finished, it was safe to drive home, and so the day shift actually ended up being the ones who became our hurricane crew. So they have been in the hospital, bless their hearts, oh my gosh, all day and into the night. So like, I would be on night shift right now, but they're still there. So they've been in the hospital for like 24 hours, kind of holding down the fort while this hurricane hits. It's been, you know, it didn't directly hit the West Coast, and we've been feeling the effects. I mean, I've been up all night because I'm trying to keep my sleep schedule during night shift, and the winds have been blowing like crazy. We got so much flooding, like it had such an impact, and it didn't even really, like the bulk of the storm really didn't even hit the West Coast. It's been, you know, out in the Gulf, and now heading towards the Panhandle, and so it's been nuts. I guess I already hit the Panhandle by now. I eventually turned off the news because I was just like, oh, it's just so devastating to see. Lots of devastation here in the west coast of Florida, and just all of Florida in general. All of Florida has been impacted, and I know it's just moving up. So my thoughts and prayers are going to everyone. But yeah, long story short, that's why I'm home, is because it was unsafe to head to my night shift. So yeah, the crew overnight is going to hopefully get relieved today. Starting this morning around, I think 6:30 is the plan. So the other half of the day shift is going to come on and relieve them so they can get some sleep and take care of themselves and get out of the hospital if the conditions are safe. And then I think the plan is for me and my senior resident to go back to our normal night shift duties Friday. I guess it's already Friday night. So I'm basically trying to maintain my sleep schedule. I've been staying up all night, obviously on night shifts, and so I actually have adjusted to that pretty well. I feel like my schedule's been really good, and I actually don't feel so tired at night anymore. And so I didn't want to like be home and then just go to sleep at normal hours with Matt. So I've actually been up all night. I just got a workout in. I just ate dinner, I guess, just to keep that, you know, new circadian rhythm that I've formed, and it's actually going better than I thought. So I've been up all night. I'm going to go to sleep at 8 in the morning, wake up at 3, get a workout in before my night shift, assuming that happens. So I hope that made sense. I hope that tracked. But I thought that it's a very interesting situation, being in Florida, having that hurricane hit on night shift. And so I know a lot of you guys that are following along, you know, are looking to go into residency, or medical students or other residents, or just curious about the whole process. And so I thought that was kind of interesting, and it's been really a journey the past couple of days, kind of figuring out everything that's been going on, and just kind of learning how that whole system works. That's been my first experience on night shift, and then my first experience with like a major hurricane coming through. So it's been an experience. I just showered after my workout. I want to get some practice questions in tonight, just to kind of keep staying productive while I'm here and I have this time off. And then I'm also going to help Matt out and like clean the kitchen and stuff. He's been so helpful while I've been on night shift. And so I want to make sure I'm like helping out where I can. He's probably going to get up in like an hour or so. And I'm going to try and get a few questions in, just stay sharp, and then maybe read a little bit, clean the kitchen, and just enjoy it. It's kind of been a nice, quiet night while he's been sleeping in the other room. I've just been out doing my thing, trying to just stay awake and be productive. So that's the plan. We're going to be productive, we're going to clean, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm kind of going to bring you guys along for all that, and then head to night shift and then be back in the morning. So it's been a whirlwind. It's been really cool though, and I think this is going to be one of my more unique vlogs, and I'm going to include some ways I'm staying healthy throughout the way. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my sleep habits and what's been helping me for those who are interested in that, and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I am going to get cleaning, get doing some practice problems, and I'll see you guys when I pick the camera up next. And yeah, thanks so much for joining this vlog. It's going to be a fun one. Good afternoon, you guys. So I ended up just going straight to sleep. I got so tired. As you can see, it's so windy out here. And I got a call from one of our chiefs just to make sure that I could get to the night shift tonight, because a lot of people had some road closures, some bridge closures, all that kind of stuff. And so I ended up just I got about 4 hours of sleep already. Drove around, made sure that the parts that I was worried about of my route, I should be good to get to work tonight. And so I just gave them the clear that I'm good for night shift. So that's what I was hoping for. I'm like feeling mentally ready for that. Like that's on my schedule. So I'm glad that I can go in and kind of help to relieve the team that is on today. I think they're relieving the hurricane relief team, and then we'll be the next shift for the night. So I don't want anyone who's not acclimated to night shifts, like, you know, on that sleep schedule, having to do night shifts. So that will be good. I'm gonna try and get a couple more hours of sleep. I've already gotten a lot of sunlight exposure, so I actually feel really awake right now. And I love being awake during the day. So we'll see if I actually do get more sleep. I feel like I got good sleep, even though it was just like 4 or 5 hours, but you do what you can. So I'll see if I get more. If not, then just enjoy the day, get a workout in, relax before the night shift tonight. So see you guys soon. All right, good morning, you guys. It is 3 p.m. 2:30 p.m. actually. I got another hour of sleep. It wasn't as great a sleep. Kind of got myself riled up, like driving around in the sunshine. I kind of like woke myself up, I think, and so. But I still got some sleep, some more light sleep. I like the Oura Ring because I can really track like how my sleep was. But then again, it can kind of be like a blessing and a curse because you're like, oh shoot, I didn't sleep as well as I thought. But either way, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good night. Just made myself some coffee, my little bird cup in honor of the hurricane, and Matt and I are going to go on a walk, and then we're going to just kind of assess, you know, how our neighborhood looks, but also just enjoy getting some fresh air because we've been cooped up for a bit. And I haven't been able to see him as much because he's a resident too, and so our schedules have been kind of off. So we're trying to enjoy any bit of time we get together. So we're gonna go on a little walk. I'm gonna get a workout in the apartment, and then we're gonna get moving on to the night shift. And we'll see how it is tonight. So yeah, should be good. Holy smokes, I am shaking. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky. That was such a good workout. I did like a body weight workout inside. Honestly, I started doing these, it's called Form. It's like a Form app. It's really good, like body weight. There's some weights involved too, kind of like Pilates style workouts. I felt myself kind of getting like bored with my workouts, getting a little bit of decision fatigue, kind of like with residency, and just wanting to like look at the workout of the day and just do it. And so they've been like 20-30 minutes, and I love them. I like, oh my gosh, my arms are shaking. I love them. They're such a good workout. They're so challenging. I'm like, sorry, don't mind Jenny's litter box here. Super cute. But they're like really good body weight workout, and I feel so sore every time, and they're very challenging. And they honestly, some workouts like hurt. I have like history of like back stuff. These feel really good for me. So that was amazing. It's really important. Most of my like people kind of watching these videos have been girls, and so honestly, like any girls out there, it's so important to get like some sort of resistance training. I really stress like working out with weights, resistance training, body weight workouts, not just cardio. You really want to build those muscles to really, so many benefits, to feel good, for just like functionality and longevity of your body. But it also helps to regulate your blood sugar and, you know, boost your metabolism, and it's just so good for you overall. And I promise you'll feel good doing it. So here's your sign that movement is medicine, and I'm making time for it during residency, so you can too. This has been one of those things. I'm trying to include some tips, kind of like pros and cons of night shift, and like tips along the way. This has definitely been one of the tips, is wake up, work out before I go to work. And so I've been sacrificing a little bit of sleep, but I'm still getting good sleep, honestly. I've adjusted well, apart from today because hurricane stuff. But it wakes me up so much. I feel so much more alert, ready, and just, you know, preventing myself from just sleeping and working. You know, I wanted to do something else that's really for myself. And so these workouts, every day I can look back and I can be like, yeah, like I worked out today. Like I took care of my body, and that just, honestly, in like my opinion, kind of elevates your day. So take care of yourself. Here's your sign. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Feels amazing. So I'm gonna go shower and then get ready to go to the hospital for tonight's night shift. Okay, I feel like all I've been doing on this vlog is working out, showering, eating, repeating. So we are showered after the workout, and I am ready to go to work. One tip that I have in residency that I want to include too is not to dread. Like, hard times are gonna come. We do not need to ruminate on how difficult the next day will be, or the next shift will be, or the next, you know, rotation will be, because it's like, why worry? My mom would always say, like, why worry about, you know, something before it happens? Because if it does happen, you worry about it twice, but typically it doesn't happen as bad as you anticipate in your brain. So like, why worry about things twice? So I try really hard not to dread, but I did mess up. I looked at the ED list, and basically that's like the busier the ED, typically the busier the night shift is because we get more admits. It was a busy ED list. And I'm not dreading. I am just like, okay, with every patient, you know, there's something to learn and there's someone to help, and that's an amazing opportunity. So that's what I'm telling myself, so that I do not dread a crazy night. And thankfully I've acclimated at this point. It's not like I'm going into the night and I'm gonna be exhausted. Like, my sleep schedule has totally switched up at this point. So I feel very alert and ready to help whoever needs it tonight. So, and maybe it won't be as hectic as I'm thinking, but I have a feeling that after the hurricane, it's gonna be super hectic. So we will see. I'll keep you guys posted. Just gonna get everything all packed up. Had a high protein breakfast / dinner. It was Matt's dinner, it was my breakfast. So I'm gonna leave him. I always get so sad leaving him. It's been hard because we really don't see each other that much during this rotation. But it's been good. We make the most of the time that we have. And yeah, time to head over to the hospital. Okay, you guys, made it to the hospital. It's busy. The drive was easy though. There is some debris along the side of the road, but no flooding whatsoever. So we got very fortunate around here. So I'm very glad about that. About to go in for the night shift, and I'll let you guys know if my suspicions were correct after. I'll let you guys know how the night goes when I see you in the morning. Hello, you guys. Out in the nature, morning sunshine. Night shift is complete. And I was right, it was crazy. It was a crazy night. I'm actually just getting home now. It's like 9 o'clock, so I ended up going over an hour, kind of longer, just finishing up notes and stuff. We got 4 or 5 admits and just a lot of floor work, a lot of sick patients, and just a lot kind of going on. It was really rewarding though. This was probably the least overwhelmed I felt with this quantity of patients. And I feel like I'm really starting to make decisions for myself and not having to check with my senior as much. Just really feeling a lot more confident, and it's been really rewarding, and I feel like I'm really helping these patients, and it's been awesome. So successful night shift. I'm tired, but I'm not too tired. 3 a.m. hit and I was like, how am I not tired right now? I've like fully acclimated to the schedule of the night shift. And seriously, I think sticking to like really just anyone who's doing night shifts, what's helped me the most, and I'm not someone who stays up late at all. I usually go to bed at like 8, wake up at 5 or 6 religiously, maybe go to bed at 9. I'm not that much of a grandma all the time. But what's really helped me, honestly, was my first night. I just stayed awake the whole day, stayed awake the whole night, and that was painful. And then the first couple days were a little bit painful, just kind of forcing yourself into it. But each day it got a little bit easier, and then by the 3rd day, I want to say, my body just kind of clicked and got used to it. And I would just come home, close the blackout curtains, and just go to sleep. So that's been really helping me on my off days. So we get 1 off day a week. That's what kind of sucks, is like I want to hang out with Matt or like my friends, but I keep that schedule. So I'll sleep from like 8 in the morning to like 3 p.m. and then I'll hang out with Matt in the afternoon before he goes to bed. But I'm not getting like that full day with people who aren't on the night shift. So that's kind of what sucks. You kind of give that so that you don't feel like crap, honestly, like the rest of the week. So it's only 2 weeks, and so I'm halfway through. And that's just really been helping me, like sticking to that routine. Exercise has definitely been giving me a lot of energy. Things that I like about night shift, honestly, is that I get more time to kind of read up on my patients and process the notes and do it at a slower pace and spend more time with patients, because there's not all that like extra work going on in the background. So I actually really like that, and I feel like I'm learning a lot because of that. But I think the biggest con, apart from, you know, adjusting, and like you really do adjust, like my stomach was all messed up at first because I'm not used to eating, you know, this late at night. And so the first couple days my stomach was like, what are you doing to me? And all I could handle were like snacks. But another con is honestly just like the loneliness factor. Like it's really hard to hang out with people when, you know, you're just like, they're all awake when you're asleep, essentially. So I'm definitely like, I like to be with my loved ones when I'm not working, and it definitely feels lonely and gets like a little nostalgic and sad for me. So that is probably the biggest con for me, honestly. It's just like less human interaction than I'm used to. But overall, it's been a lot better than I thought. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little day in the life with kind of a hurricane involved in there. Really, really thankful that, you know, we didn't lose power. You know, everyone I know in my circle has been safe and is doing okay. Some people were very affected, and so it's serious, and Florida gets hit really hard. And yeah, I'm just really thankful that everything's okay and we're kind of getting back to normal. There's kind of a lot of like rubbish and like fallen branches and stuff still around, and I drove home over the ocean today for the first time in a couple of days, so it's looking better. So thank you guys so much for following along. I hope you enjoyed another vlog with some kind of health tips, residency tips, and just like day in the life kind of stuff. If there's anything that you're curious about that you want me to cover, feel free to let me know in the comments. I read all the comments. And yeah, this has just been so fun. So I'm sending all my love to you guys. Take care of yourself, move your body, nourish your body, and just go after your goals. You are capable, and thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys next week.